With Hunt Pass Season 2 in full swing, I've decided to create a sword build that maximizes your part breaks and cuts down significantly on your hunt times in order to more easily acquire multiple crystal hearts. With a focus on breaking parts, I opted to use the Reza Katana for its optimal cell slots and a powerful part damage based unique effect. For the gear, I opted to use a mix of both Scorchstone Hellion gear and Ragetail Gnasher gear, as both the innate infusions and cell slots are incredibly strong and very flexible in terms of constructing a build. For the lantern, I use the Drask Lantern for two purposes. Its tap ability increases your damage dealt by 40%, while its hold ability will deal damage and cleave through multiple behemoth parts on contact. This helps soften up parts that you can't immediately reach, while also weakening the behemoth considerably with every blast. For my choice in cells, I wanted to get as many meaningful +6 perks as possible with the gear constraints that I was working with. Luckily, with a near perfect set of slots, I was able to fit in 5 +6 perks that all contribute to the build objective beautifully. Etheric Attunement is a powerful staple that allows more frequent use of the Drask Lantern's tap ability, due to its hidden cooldown reduction functionality, letting me gain 40% increased damage every 20 seconds. Molten, while having received a pretty considerable nerf, is still one of the most convenient sources of attack speed and movement speed in the game, and was easy to build towards due to the amount of Molten available naturally on my gear pieces. Overpower is one of the strongest damage bonuses in the game, and triggers on both true staggers and part breaks. Because of the latter, it was a natural inclusion into a build like this. The most effective use of Overpower is to break a part, and then alternate to another part that hasn't been broken in order to do immense part and health damage in a short period of time. Predator also increases your damage under the requirement that you don't get hit. While this may be easy for some players, newer or average players might find this requirement somewhat daunting. If so, Predator can be easily substituted for Evasive Fury, which activates upon dodge and grants more attack speed. Pick between what you're the most comfortable with. And last but not least, Rage Hunter gives a hefty chunk of increased damage on Behemoth and Rages. With the amount of damage you're throwing down range, Rage Hunter can be triggered very early on into an encounter. All of this comes together to form a build that is great at breaking parts, and also very good at dishing out high levels of damage. And now we move on to the final part. Choosing a behemoth to hunt that yields more parts in the least amount of time, and by proxy is susceptible to overpower. If you're genuinely dedicated to grinding out the most crystal hearts per hunt, I would suggest pursuing either Bloodfire Embermane or Moonweaver Shrike, due to their lengthy periods of downtime after being interrupted or having their parts broken, as well as how close each part is to one another. And with that, we're going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you found this information useful, or at the very least entertaining. I wanted to make a build that was good at both reaping the maximum number of crystal hearts possible, as well as being a strong build of its own. If you enjoy my content, feel free to like and subscribe for more of my Dauntless videos. Otherwise, take care, and have a good one.